Yo, back with the car videos. Don't actually know if this is recording properly or not. Guess I'll find out. Episode 60 something. It's 4 p.m. I'm driving back from a rare in-person afternoon set of meetings, which I think are good, but I also think meetings in person and traveling to and from a place in an office, etc., is just a massive distraction from the main thing, which is doing the work. But then it comes down to, like, is it all about doing the work, or do you have to enjoy the process as well a little bit sometimes? There's been a few updates. I haven't filmed in like 2 weeks, which is typical because, like I've alluded to before, I've gone down this route of kind of, I feel like there's only a point in making this content if I'm very honest with it. But then sometimes, to be honest, I have to share things that sometimes feel inappropriate to share before they've been shared internally or whatever. That might make sense in hindsight. So I moved into an office 4 weeks ago. I tweeted about it. I then went in and just realised it's just not the right decision right now. I think it's the wrong place. I think it was too soon. I think it was rushed. I think it was an office for the sake of an office rather than an office to move the business forward. I feel like a lot of things, there is a balance between enjoyment and effectiveness, but I actually felt like the office at this time in this place, presently, the current situation, was a lose-lose. I felt like it would actually be less productive for me and the team, at least right now, but particularly me, and more expensive and less enjoyable. So basically I've done a U-turn on the office because I can. Got out of the lease. I'm trying to sell some furniture, so if you want some furniture that you can collect in the next 3 days, give me a shout, because I wasted a few grand on furniture, which is not good. I hate wasting money on shit, especially when it's like a pure waste. I just think being a remote team, a lean remote team, meeting up every week or other week, co-work spaces, dinners, when it's like enjoyable quality time over quantity of time, I actually think that's net beneficial given the current state of the business, and that's what I'll be doing for the foreseeable. I think sometimes it's tempting to try and look big rather than be big. I actually saw something on Twitter from another founder, I'm not going to say who, but I actually rated it a lot, and they said, think big, act small, and I think it's so fucking important. I'd rather build a growing, profitable business that's remote, limits overheads, doesn't give a fuck what we look like if we don't have an office. Now, a lot of people think having an office, you look like a proper business or whatever, but I don't care if people think I'm a complete dosser wearing shorts, working from home, because at the end of the day, if the numbers are good, that's the most important thing. Lighting on this is kind of fresh. I need a shave, but so I've done a full 180 on that. May as well put that out there because I made a video in the office. I think probably a lot of people who know me quite well and have watched my shit probably have predicted that from a distance. That's been a change. We've had we've had one hire leave the business recently. I'm not going to dive into that, but it just wasn't the right fit for either of us. We are going to hire a replacement for that person. We've also hired a new social media manager this week. So I feel like our organic marketing in general, content, collaboration, influencer shit is non-existent right now. So they're going to be doing a lot on that. I think that'd be really good. What else? I'm also bringing on a product person in a fractional capacity, potentially someone from Huel, which is pretty cool because that's the exact sort of business that I want to try and emulate in my own way over the next few years, obviously. And then, what else is going on? March was a record month, top and bottom line, but our new customer acquisition cost was the highest it's ever been. So that's kind of weird, being propped up by retail, subscription revenue, etc., which is obviously a good thing that that's there, but it's not a great thing that our CAC was way too high. It is coming down this month, so we've made some changes there. Pretty confident it's going to be better this month. I feel like Q2 isn't historically a great month for wellness brands. I mean, it was actually a pretty great month, great quarter. It was pretty good last year, so I don't want to make excuses, but Q1 and Q4, probably for most brands, but particularly for wellness brands, definitely like the bumper quarters, obviously. I also then, tomorrow actually, have my first ever investor board meeting, which is a change. I've had to prepare a bit for that, but I think it's valuable getting other people's opinion on stuff, and I guess, learning how to run a more formal business, which again does have pros and cons, I think, but in this sense, at this stage, I think it has net positives. So yeah, I mean, we smashed our budget for Q1, so I think that'll be a fairly good meeting. I feel like there's more pressure and more potential to go wrong or be off budget in Q2, if I'm completely honest, because Q2 is more aggressive. I think we've been delayed on certain stuff, like certain hires, getting them right, product, launching stuff on time, etc. Yeah, I mean, I'm rambling. This is kind of a general catch-up episode because I'm in the car and I feel like that's the theme. It's where I speak most freely now, and I haven't made a video in 2 weeks. But yeah, Q1, the theme was, I feel like we put a lot of foundations in. Our gross margin increased dramatically from a number that wasn't too good to a number that's very, very good, and I think probably best in class in terms of the industry. So fixed a lot of operational things, but then our marketing went to shit, which is pretty typical because there's always something wrong. And yeah, this month, well, the next 3 months are about bringing a few right hires in, streamlining our marketing stuff so we can make sure that's as efficient as it can be, and also new products. We've got quite a few new things coming. Some stuff I think we've slept on massively because it's been a small team. It's been largely reliant on me on the product side and been so focused on marketing. But yeah, ultimately, as we scale to the next stage, it's not just a marketing machine, it needs to be a product improvement and product launch machine, as well as an operationally efficient machine. So yeah, they're kind of the three key things I'm focusing on right now, have been focusing on. But yeah, no real topic for this, just a general catch-up. It's nice that it's turning into spring in the UK after a long, arduous winter. But yeah, it's Tuesday the 9th of April, 4 p.m. And on that note, that was a quick update. Maybe I'll make some high quality content in future because I'm seeing a lot of people pop into the space doing similar stuff with way better edits than me. Some guys on Twitter. So maybe I should try and keep up. But I'm about to drive in, so subscribe to the pod. Cheers for watching. Appreciate you all as always. And see you next time. Boom.